Hello there, Camtu Pham, a marketing and online consultant. I often do a LinkedIn profile for many of my clients, and I recently have done a presentation at the BX Networking. It's called Excite, and I've done it for about less than 10 minutes. But then now I like to take the time to explain a bit deeper. So many of you out there obviously understand the importance of LinkedIn, and you want to make sure that you maximize the opportunity to make the connection out there, to make the impression, and of course to create more leads for your business, and of course again create the credibility. So the topic for today is called 7 clever ways to boost your LinkedIn profile. Okay, I called 7 because if we give you 12 or 15 is too long, you won't remember it. Keep it 7. I'm going to explain to you each of those steps and then we will go through it together. Okay. One is the important of a good photo, a professional photo. So you obviously already work with you is when you see a good photo, you immediately pay attention to it. You even can trust that photo. You trust the person behind it. So it's the same with other people. When they see your photo, they they actually build rapport with you through that photo, and your photo can project an impression that you are professional and you know what you're talking about. So therefore, I want to make sure you have the best possible photo to represent you when you're not there. And remember, on LinkedIn, we actually use our photo to to project our image, to project what we know, to project our relationship with others, and it's actually many things. So if you don't have professional photo, I do recommend that you actually have it done. Or if you have a professional photo but it's taken like 15, 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, and you change your hairstyle, or you actually like used to have the beard but now you shave it off, obviously people won't be able to recognize you from the photo that you have. So from time to time, have your photos done. You can use that the photo on your LinkedIn. You can use it on your business card, or if you like me, I'm publishing books. I also doing the a lot of presentations, so I use it on the invitation. It's a worthwhile. So make sure that you find a good professional photographer, and if you need help with that, actually I can help you if you reach out. Just contact me at Cleverlink. I will help you out. And the second one is craft a powerful headline, because that is something that people will see from your profile. They will see whether you actually a manager of a health fund, or you a manager of an investment, a startup, or you actually self-employed. People look for that, and even with the searches, people can search you on certain a tagline and headline. So it is very beautiful to make sure that you have that correct. And for those of you who start, and some of you even have multiple roles and you don't know which one you should put first, then of course you should use the one that you want to make the connection and people know, that is where you come from. It's important to do that. Like, for example, for me with Cleverlink, I can put e-marketing business, or I can put the owner of Cleverlink, and then of course now I'm part of BBX, so I put BBX community manager. Remember that whatever you put, sometimes people will search and they use that criteria to search for the people they know in that field. For example, if you put in as the marketing consultant, then if people search for the marketing consultant, they will reach you on that particular, based on the search criteria. For some people, they also put owner, because there are people who search for owners. So also be careful of what you choose there, because it's actually will depends on what you put. It allow people to reach you on those criteria. also important that you recognize what you want people to know you for. So always starting with the end in mind, and I think that's Steve Corby. What do you want to know for, and what you want people to search for and to be able to reach you, and use those criteria. Okay, so now we go to number 3. Okay, and number 3 is post relevant and value added post. What a lot of people don't realize is they think that they should only post their products and services. So what it means is sell, sell, sell. And most people don't like. They probably maybe need your services, but they don't need it every day. They don't need to get reminded by you every day. When people reach out when they need your services, and it is actually a clever marketing, is you never sell about your products and services, but you want to create a value for your contact out there. And even on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or on on your newsletter, if you actually create the added value for your clients, and maybe every 3 or 5 posts you can mention about your products or services, but it's not considered as something polite to keep posting about your products and services on every single post. People probably maybe either disconnect with you, or they probably don't read you don't read your post and don't like it. That probably maybe not something that you want to do. Okay, so that's number 3. I hope let's go back, and I think repetition is important. 1 is a professional photo. 2 is make sure that you got the headline based on what you want to be found for. And number 3 is post relevant and value added information for your contact. Okay, and we come to number 4. Connect with people and make clever comments. So a lot of people ask me, how do you reach out and connect with more people? Okay, and also get known within your network. Of course, you actually can connect to the people who you already know, or even the people you don't already know, but you respect them because they are probably maybe say leading a particular field that you want to hear more, whether that's in investment, that's whether real estate, or whether that's marketing. And sometimes we don't really have to have a connection with them directly. I mean, it's nice to have. So when you come to their profile, one of the first thing is make sure you follow them, because when you follow someone, you doesn't have to have their connection. Everything they post, you still get to see what they post. And then if, of course, you have connection to them, and if even when they post something and you like that, is actually also showing that you actually also follow relevant and successful and professional people. And that also that put you in a social group that actually have, say, credibility, and also that you get to hear what that person is feeling or what they're thinking about it. And it is also a good network to learn and work with each other. Okay, now I actually also want to make a point that make clever comments. So a lot of people said, I don't know what to post. I don't have anything to post every single day or every single week. That's okay. I've seen that many people, sometimes they don't post anything for months, or some of you maybe for years. I do recommend that you spend a bit of time to think that how you engage with your contact better on LinkedIn. But say from beginning, if you don't have a lot of things to say, or you want to, like express how do you feel about that topic, or you make recommendation, there's a few things that you still engage and also involve in the conversation. One of them is whether you know or not, is every time you like a post, it also spread to all your network. So they see that you like that post, okay? And sometimes it's okay to like if you don't want to make any comments, but there are times that because you also expert in your field, it's nice that you make good comments on others post. It's still actually exposed to not only your network but only to their, but also to their network. All right, so if for example Joe William make a post about a technology for small businesses, and I am in the space of small businesses, I'm advising small businesses, and if I mention that, yep, I agree with all of this, but this is a very good tool for small business, guess what? Joe's Williams contact now see me making a relevant comment, and it's in a clever way. They probably maybe click on my profile to see who I am. For those who don't already know me, some of them might want to make connection with me. So that is also exposing yourself to the network of those who already making the post without you have to come up with all the posts all the time. So that is a time-saving way to get engaged and also practice yourself within that space if you don't already making a lot of comments or doing a lot of posts or don't have a lot of connection. That is a great way to connect. Okay. Okay, so number 4. What is the number 4? The clever tip number 4. Number 5, sorry, is list your experience and achievements, and including pictures. I found that many people underutilize LinkedIn, and I'm still also underutilized, all the tools available. But remember that LinkedIn provide you with tools that you can post on there more than just words. You can add a picture, or if you have an article published in newspaper or magazine, you can PDF it, or you can take a picture of it. You can upload. You can take a picture of your trade show or you doing a presentation. Upload those. It's relevant, and make sure that you list your experience and achievements, project, and even if you involve in volunteers work, put that on. The way I see it is if I actually have a chance to connect with 2 or 3 people, then they have similar skill set experience, and one also involved in Toastmasters, which I have a lot of respect. I have a special place in my heart for that organization because I involved many years and I know many successful people benefit from Toastmasters. And I also have a soft spot for Rotary. I know a lot of good people contribute a lot of wonderful things. So if you mention some of that, I immediately build a rapport with those who involve in the organizations, the group that I also belong to. And it's the same with for those who find jobs or careers. That's also a way to let people know a little bit of your side, that like you're not always just about work, and you're not a boring person. You also, it's not about, I think, exposing to other that we do charity work, we do all of that, but hey, we're human being. We actually have our, I think, the higher um values, and we want to contribute. We want to do more things than just earning money for our families and also for ourselves. And I think in certain network, or I think it's the hierarchy, that Maslow's hierarchy, the more you moving higher in that hierarchy, you have the need, and you also be inspired by higher things that you want to contribute to the community. You want to make the world better. So be proud to share that. I'm actually also proud to share that. I volunteer in various organizations and roles, and I'm proud of that. And I want to also encourage others. So I mentioned some of this. One is to also to record where I spent my time. I value things, but also at the same time, I want to inspire other people to do similar things because, together when we contribute to more of those activities, we actually have a better world, not only for ourselves, but also for the next generation. Okay, so we come to number 6 soon. Okay, so the tips number 6, the clever ways to boost your LinkedIn profile is be searchable and know how to search. Okay, one, for you to get advantage of LinkedIn, you know how to search within your network. And I think in a longer video, I probably maybe go through the LinkedIn profile and show you all the steps how to do that. With this one, I only want to do a short one. That way people can go through it, get the tips and then implement it. But I think that where I would do a much longer video where I go through step by steps, but that will be for another time. And what I mean by searchable and how know to search is LinkedIn is similar to your website, to also on YouTube, to your Facebook. It's all searchable. So remember that you use the keywords that you want your profile to be shown up when people search for certain things. So if you specialize in real estate, and whether that's commercial, whether that's industrial, or that what's the other one? The other one is residential. You make sure that you specialize and you want people to be able to search if they look in this particular area for this particular expertise. Like for me, I'm a branding expert, marketing, I also do training, I'm speaking. Look, it's actually, I do quite a number of things, depends on the target market. So therefore, I'm also strategic about that. I actually want make sure people found me where they search for marketing solutions, but also if for somebody association they want to look for a trainer, a speaker, I also have sections in there where they can search me up and also engage me. But that is something that I obviously don't do every day. I want to do it from time to time for love. Also, of course, I get paid for that. It's great. But running Cleverlink and VBX, that is something that I do every day with my team, and therefore I make sure that people know that not only myself, but I have a team to help them in branding, marketing, and also trade. And in that trade within BBX, it could be anywhere from $100 or $20 or up to millions of dollars of different trading. Within Cleverlink, we do many different marketings. We do from logo design, website, brochures, printing, strategic marketing, SEO, a lot of that. So in my profile, I make sure that I divide into different sections so people can search for that. And that's what I recommend you. And also that when you're looking for someone to engage as a service providers, whether it's a maintenance person, whether that is a marketing or financial advisor, you know how to search, because that's the way how you can find good service providers on LinkedIn. Okay. All right, so we come to the last tips of this particular video, and that is endorsement. And also that make sure that you give the credit to those who, of course, you impress with. And endorsement also come in two ways. One is when you endorse somebody, you're really supporting them. You give them a referral, you give them the testimonial, you actually using your own brand to verify that somebody is good at that particular topic or with particular service. So that's helping someone. Okay? And of course, you only do that if you you have good service, you impress with somebody's skill services. But there's actually also the benefit come back to you. And I think this actually applying to reciprocal law. If you actually give somebody something, they actually also have an obligation to give it back to you. And of course, in LinkedIn, we don't do that for that particular reason. Yes, of course, it will eventually come back to you, but other immediate benefit that you will see, and LinkedIn also a reward for those who endorse others, is your profile and your picture is staying on the person that you endorsing, right? So in fact, you also can build more network and also can elevate your profile because you're endorsing somebody. I remember that Robin Henderson and myself, we endorse each other because we both on the speaking circuit. We also doing helping and training other people like that. So we, for example, on each other's profile. And Robin is a very well networked person, and so do I. So again, two people very good with networking. We also supporting each other, and mind you, we understand about this benefit. One thing that I want to warn you, I do encourage you to go and endorse others and ask for the support from your network. If you've done a great job and you tell the other person to help me with reaching more of my target client, would you mind to endorse me on the project that I've just done? But also that on online, there's an etiquette for that as well. You don't just go and ask people to endorse you where you, if you have an opportunity to endorse them, do so. And even in organization that people work with each other, so and so work for a manager, and of course, this person thinking of changing job and therefore asking the manager to endorse, and that is all fine because in traditional career we do ask our managers for reference, okay? But on LinkedIn, it's more powerful than that, and it's more beautiful than just one way. So if you have a good manager and you benefit from that manager in terms of learning opportunities, that manager is a good project manager, good manager, whatever that might be, very strategic, whatever the skill set that person has, and your manager obviously already list, hopefully, on his or her profile. Or if you engage a service provider, hopefully that service provider also lists certain skill set. So before you ask somebody to endorse you, I would recommend that you actually find an opportunity to endorse that person. And then that person will automatically receive a notification from LinkedIn and say, so and so have endorsed you. You can have a look at this. And if you agree with it, you would love to display on your profile, just click accept and it will display on your profile. And LinkedIn also reminded, you that would you like to endorse this person. And most cases, when you have a reminder like that and you receive an endorsement, what are you going to do? You are likely to endorse that person. And I do believe when I do training on this topic, I actually tell people that let's actually endorse somebody, and then automatically either they endorse you for it, or then you can ask afterward. It's more polite to do it that way. So so my recommendation is just don't go up front and say, can you endorse me, where you haven't done your part. And that is a courtesy on LinkedIn, also on other social network. And I think, like anything, you actually knowing what to do, but knowing how to do it is more important. So knowledge is important, but how to apply and how to maximize your value added to make sure that you actually elevate your profile to the point where you will be followed by many people, and every time you post something, it's actually reach out because of I think the impact of it, the value of what's in your post. And if you're doing that, then you actually will boost your profile and benefit from it. So to summarize this session, 7 clever ways to boost your LinkedIn profile. One is you make sure you have an up-to-date and professional photo, especially those who change, hairstyle or hair color or the beards. Now you no longer have it there. People won't be able to recognize you. The tip two is craft powerful headline and make sure that you mention what you actually want people to know for. Clever tip number 3 is post relevant information, value added to your network, and also make sure that you don't always post about your products and services. LinkedIn is not a sales network. It's not a promotion network. It's a professional relationship network. So remember that. Tip number 4 is connect with people and make clever comments. So you know how to connect, you search, and also that you know that the first connection, the second connection, you go and connect with people. You can send a note or you don't, it's really up to you. But make sure utilize the comments and also the like to maximize your exposure. Okay. And tip number 5 is list your experience and achievements, including pictures. So LinkedIn is not a boring text only. You can attach video, you can attach pictures, you can make it relevant, you can make it interesting. Remember that we all human and we attracted to something shiny, we attracted to something nice, and we actually very emotional behind all of this knowledge. At the end of the day is not what you can make me think, but how you can make me feel. And I do recommend that you pay attention to those. um, Tip number 6 is be searchable and know how to search. So when you learn the technique, then you can apply both ways, how to search for the people you need to connect in your network. I probably maybe go in more detail in another video where I will show through the screen. And also the last one is the clever way. One of the last clever ways is endorsing people, and make sure that you endorse people before you ask them for an endorsement. So that is good etiquette online. Okay, I think that's probably maybe for today, and I hope that you get benefits out of this or go out and connect more and benefit from LinkedIn. So Camtu Pham from Cleverlink, and also BBX network, and I look forward to continue connecting with you and add value to your career, to your business. Cheers. All right, reach me, subscribe to my channel, or go to cleverlink.com.au and follow the link on my profile. You will see a lot more. Connect with Facebook as well. So you make sure that you get to hear from my post and also that what I put out there in the market. Cheers.